And for me, customer success is an enigma. Well, like this is like a relatively new term, and I have no idea what it is.
For me as well. Right. Well, those terms actually, account manager and customer success, I would say they can vary a lot in different organizations. It really, at the end of the day, it really depends on what they imagine in the specific context with this role. But generally speaking, I can talk about our case. Customer success people are the ones who, I don't want to say act as a project manager of the delivery, but they're ultimately the main point of contact, and they're responsible for the success of this project and this customer. This is mainly about the delivery of our product, configuring it to their needs and so on, but also about, advising on other opportunities we see that this customer might not be aware of. Being there for when they need a partnership in some area, like also, maintaining the communication with the other functions of the business that can actually put this customer in touch with the desired partner. But yeah, generally it's focused on delivery and making sure delivery is successful and this customer is ultimately successful with what we're delivering to them.
So you mentioned that the sales keeps the relationship with the customer, but you also mentioned that the customer success is the main point of contact for the client.
Right,
So
post-sales.
Post-sales.
This is the main thing I need to
right.
specify. Yeah, salesperson would be mainly post-sales. Then if you have enterprise sales or business to business, but mainly for enterprise sales, it makes sense that the salesperson is there after the sales process as well, at least for some period. So, so the customer doesn't feel like they're being handed over to someone else.
Exactly.
And also, all of the discussions they had with the salesperson, there's someone else right there in that same meeting who also remembers that discussion. So they didn't oversell in any way. But yeah, it's important for those more complex deals to make sure there's a continuation of the process. But generally speaking, after the sale is the customer success who owns the project.
Okay. And in some ways, we can say this is also the account manager.
Yeah, so account manager is a term that can, I would say generally includes two things. One is sales, after the sales has been done. So this is upsell and cross-sell. And the second thing is relationship management. And which one of those two is more important? Which one is a bigger part of the mix? It really depends on the type of organization and what it's selling. So, for example, for the organizations where most of what you could sell happens at one point, and then there isn't a lot of opportunity for upsell or cross-sell, account manager will be person mainly responsible for relationship management, mainly acting as an escalation point if something's not right with the customer success manager and how they're handling things, and also, understanding again customer needs, advising on opportunities, but mainly relationship management. Okay. There's also organizations that call their main salespeople account managers, and this is because a lot of the sales is actually completed after the first sale. So this is where you have to do a lot of renewals, for example.
Okay.
Or there's a lot of opportunity for upsell and cross-sell.
Okay. Makes sense. I think this makes sense. So basically, this is the person whose phone is ringing when there is a problem or the client or the customer wants to ask something.
Or this is the customer success.
Well, it really depends on what kind of problem it is.
Yeah.
And maybe if it has been handled well, it might not reach the account manager.
Okay.
But if it's a big problem, yeah, for sure, they need to be aware and they need to be, pulling together the resources of the company to be able to address this customer's need.